Hello, welcome back. This is Wency from Wency's Toys channel, and in this video, I will be reviewing the Lego set 71846, the Fire Knight Mech from the Lego Ninjago Legends series from 2025. So let's get right to it. Oh, before I forget, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and please consider subscribing as a lot of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel and it would help me a lot in bringing more content like this in the future. Thank you very much. Okay, so first up, let's review the box of this set because it is a beautiful box and I've never done this before, but let's look at the box because it says here it has an illustrated cover art treatment. And again, this is set 71846, the Fire Knight Mech from the Lego Ninjago Legends series of 2025, and it has a very nice artwork, cover art here in the front of the box, and it is pretty nice. And you can cut it off, or later, once you're done with the build, probably cut it off to put as a background in your acrylic case or whatever. And it is looking at the back of the box, it also has a very nice sort of like cover artwork, or it is pretty picturesque. And it says here that there is an exclusive poster inside. So after I build this, I'll show you the poster that's included. So let's go. So this is the exclusive poster that comes with the set 71846, the Fire Knight Mech. And yeah, it's just the same as the cover art. So I think the size can fit is an A3 size poster. So I guess you can put it in an A3 size frame. Okay, so now let's take a look at the minifigures. So this set has two minifigures, unlike last year's Cole's Dragon Titan Mech, which only had one. And that's because this minifigure, the Fisherman, is part of the stand, which I will review next after the minifigures. So this Fisherman only has a simple robe print here that's light green and just simple plain light green legs, and just a simple back print here with just the waistband here, which is kind of just a continuation from the waistband here up front. And of course, he has a clip holder here for his hat because he will have a pose in the stand. And he has a very nice hairpiece here and just a secondary scared facial expression. Okay, next we have the Master of Fire, Kai. So finally, Kai has his Titan Mech. First we had Lloyd's, and next we had, I believe it was Zane's Titan Mech, and then Nia's Samurai X Titan Mech, and then Jay's Titan Mech, and last year we got Cole's Dragon Titan Mech, and now finally Kai has his Titan Mech. So this minifigure here, very nice torso and leg print here, and as you can see from the sword, it has a very nice shine on it. Very nice big sword here with fire moldings, very nice. Then a very nice also back print with the Source Dragon of Motion here, I believe. And then he has a nice hairpiece here and a nice secondary mad facial expression. But he only has this hairpiece. I wonder why they didn't give us a hood piece for Kai, unlike last year where Cole had his very nice headpiece or hoodie piece as well, and very nice knight kind of pauldrons here. Kai only got this very simple pauldrons, even though his mech is a Knight Mech. So let me see if I can justify this, or they should have given us the very nice pauldrons for Kai. Okay, so now let's take a look at the build. So this is the stand that you'll be building last actually. This is bags 6 to 8. and it is the stand that you will be building. And this is going to be probably common for all the Legend series. So this is the Fire Knight mech. There's also the Guardian Dragon Legend set, but I don't like dragons very much, so maybe I'll buy it when it's a discount, but mechs are my thing. So here they built a pedestal here that is in a sea, I think, because here is a boat and here's the fisherman. So I told you that the fisherman is part of the stand. So this is the stand, and there is a octopus monster here that is here. You've got the eye of the octopus or squid or whatever demonic octopus this is, and with some stickers here for some of the decorations or the spots, or I don't know what you might call this, decorations here. And you've also got this, it's the one of the dragon mouth, but they made it into a beak here, so that is pretty cool. And you've got a lot of the pink. I don't know why they made the monster pink. So this is where you're gonna be posing the Fire Knight mech for display. Okay, so before we go on to the full review of the Fire Knight mech, let's first do a size comparison. So you can see my size comparison of Cole's Titan Dragon mech. If I put a link of the video here, but you can also search my past videos from last year. But I made a size comparison of all the other Titan mechs, and I have them in storage right now, so it's a bit of a hassle to bring them out. But here, as you can see here, if you watch the part of the video for the size comparison, I only noticed this now. The Fire Knight mech seems to be the smallest because it's barely in line with the elbow for Cole's Titan Dragon mech. And Jay and Zane's Titan mech are just a few centimeters taller than the Fire Knight mech here. They go up to near the pivot for the shoulder, or on the pauldron here for Cole's Dragon Titan mech. So, but I would still consider this as Kai's Titan mech because it is a big mech compared to his other mechs from the series. So yeah, that is the size comparison. And now let's go on to the details of the Fire Knight mech. Okay, so let's first take a look at the silhouette of this Fire Knight mech. And I would say this is a fine looking silhouette. So I said that the Titan or Cole's Titan Dragon mech was almost a perfect Lego mech because of all of its articulation. So let's see how this smaller Fire Knight mech compares in articulation. So let's first take a look at the feet. So the feet here pretty much is the same as the Fire Knight mech. So if you look at the backside, there is this friction rod as well as the friction piston. I would say this is a piston, axle and piston mechanism, but it's only one as compared to the Cole's Titan Dragon mech to be two, and it gives you a lot more posability because of that. You can basically split the legs like this, and it is still stable, right? It is rare to see that you can do things like a running pose with Lego mechs that has this stability. So pretty much that is a plus for me. Well, it's not really stable because it is a little bit top heavy. And the problem with the knees is that it's a simple ball joint, unlike the Dragon mech that had some connectors to stabilize the knee, the knee structure here. So it's a little bit unstable at that point. And as you can see, it's a little bit fragile as well because there are only clips here for the knee guards. Let's see if I can put it back. So, but it is a little bit more stable than your standard mech. So you can make it like a running pose like here, right? With a little bit more posability because of those piston that acts like calf muscles. So moving up towards the knees, as you can see, like I said, it's just a simple ball joint. There's no stabilizing mechanism unlike the Dragon Mech, but because it is smaller, I guess they couldn't make it have that kind of structure anymore. So yeah, that is unfortunate. Probably if they made this a little larger, then it wouldn't be as stable with a pedestal. So, okay. So let's move a little bit up. For the upper portion of this mech, right? Again, there is what you call these tassets or folds to, or like I would say the hip guards. So it's FAWLDS. Rhymes with folds, but it's folds if you pronounce it. So I don't know what the actual difference is. It sounds alike. But again, for the articulation, there is front and back movement for the legs and a swivel-like motion. So it's most likely like you can pivot your foot with this as well. So I like that they've added that mechanism now into the Ninjago mechs that are of larger builds. And again, there is this swivel motion as well for the chest. So you can actually swivel the chest and pose it in different manners. So like here, if you want it in a sort of like running pose, you can pose it like that, right? So you can position the chest in a much more realistic manner. And speaking of the chest, that's where the Kai would sit. So it's a little bit, there's a sticker here for the control mechanisms for the Fire Knight, and it just folds up nicely. And actually you can sit Kai there pretty much, and it would lock him in. You have to put his hands up because if not, then it would not slide over perfectly. So like I said, I wish that they put in the hood headpiece or hairpiece for Kai as well, so that it would have been better looking. But yeah, with the hair, it's kind of weird. So let's see if I can stand him up again because of the position of the chest, that it's a little bit at the back, right? So you need to make sure that your positioning of the legs is a little bit more forward, right? So that it stands right back up. So for the arms, it's a little bit more standard that the usual arm pieces for the Ninjago mechs, where the swivel is at the armpit area, right? So it still swivels back and forth, up and down, but because of where the legs are, it doesn't fully close. So you have to pretty much angle it, right? Unfortunately, they didn't put the swivel for the arms near the pauldron. It's actually lower, and it's actually at the kneecap or the elbow cap here. So there's a limited range that you can do because of all the other Lego bricks in there. The arms or the hands are a little bit flimsy because it's just held on by one piece here. There's no securing piece to secure the fingers, so it can easily come off when you remove the staff here, or the staff or the spike here. But it has hooks for fingers and a thumb as well. You can rotate it 360 for the hands, for the wrist, so that is pretty nice. You can also swivel the elbow, so it is still a lot more posable than the older mechs from Ninjago. So let me show you again. If you finished my fast build, then you would know how to mount this with the pedestal. So let me show you again. And that's it for my raw review of the LEGO set 71846, the Fire Knight Mech from the LEGO Ninjago Legends series in 2025. And if you enjoyed my video, please hit the thumbs up button. And please consider subscribing, as a lot of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel, and it would help me a lot in bringing you more content like this in the future. Thank you very much. Ninjago!